Hello, everyone. I always think of all the bad things that I see on social media, all the horrible things, all the news that I hear on social media, everything that is so depressing, that is just so sad, and everything that is so fake. But there is this thread that I just keep coming back to check if anybody has posted anything new and anything deeply, deeply real and personal. So this went viral back in 2018 as well as in 2019, once again when people found it and started posting on it. But the idea is just a simple thing, and how people just took to it, it's just fascinating. This is just a showcase of how raw and real we sometimes can be, even on social media. And I feel like even though all these people are strangers and anonymous in a way, and yet they are sharing some of the most vulnerable things about them on social media. If there is any place on social media, on the internet, which has been real even in a smallest fraction, I think this is it. I'm curious, if you're comfortable doing so, post a picture of you that you have shared on social media where you were actually having a really rough time in life, but you look perfectly fine in the picture. Look at the juxtaposition, right? You have actually posted something on social media where you're just smiling, making a face for the general public to see, but deep inside you are not doing so great. And people give some context to all the pictures that they post. It's just across the board, it's just heartbreaking and just painful, and still in a slightly positive way, it's also uplifting because people are trying to still shake it all off and live with the hope that things are going to be better tomorrow. Like Oprah says, it's like the sunrise faith, right? Where you are getting up tomorrow morning because you're hopeful and you know that the sun will shine again. So, last Halloween, I debuted my best costume ever. I had two big anxiety attacks the night before. And this is what she had posted on Halloween, in possibly a Halloween party or something. So, self deprecating humor is the best form of humor, and she's trying to find some kind of humor in what seems to be a very rough day otherwise. Taken in May, a week after I was raped. Had just a very traumatic loss, and I was just all around sad. But this is what she ends up posting on social media. Okay, so the context here is, what were you going through, but what did you have to do to put up a face for just everybody else? The night before, my boyfriend had hit me and made me sleep on the floor with no blanket, even though there was space in his bed. That is because I would not let him drive us back home because he was drunk. 8 years ago, newly divorced, no child support, took my kids for $1 ice cream cones with three of my last $20 bills. Cried myself to sleep that night. The good point here is, funny that you should ask this question on the day my promotion was announced at work. So things have started to look up for her, and it is just a great, great story of resilience. So somebody has posted this in 2020. This was taken in November of 2018. I had lost my best friend due to drunk driving, and also a girl to whom I was helping get over my best friend's passing committed suicide the beginning of November. So this is what is happening in his life. Took this on a solo road trip during one of the more major depressive episodes of my adult life. It was a relatively good trip during which I spent a lot of time crying alone in my car motel room. Had an internship where they treated me like garbage, informed me that there is no place for me, so I was working knowing there was nothing lined up afterwards. Hadn't seen my family in months. Relationship was in turmoil. I would literally sit in a dark room daily. Having a panic attack, this is anxiety at its source. I think one of her friends took a picture, mother took a picture, don't know who took the picture, but it's just sad. I was in the best shape of my life, yet the unhappiest. I was in an abusive and controlled relationship. That following week, I left the stage to get away from him. I was going through one of the worst moments of my life. It has been 6 months, and truth is, I've not fully recovered. I don't know if I ever will. I tried to take my life this day. It's not something I'm proud of, but it made me who I am today. I'm grateful every day that I didn't succeed. You know, as there is a quote which says, you either succeed or you learn. There's nothing like failure. And we just have to collectively as a society redefine what success means. This is amazing. I have been homeless for a couple of months. Everything's still looking calm. Only a few people knew. Only a handful cared. Yesterday, I finally found a home for me and the family in time for Christmas. November this year, this was in 2019, was feeling suicidal even at the Disney park, okay, where you're supposed to be happy. Yes, I know I'm privileged enough to go, but I can't help my mental illness. And then decided not to go to school next year because I needed to work on myself. I cannot do both at the same time. Self-awareness is critical because, if you're alive, you can go back to school any number of times. But if you are not able to take care of yourself, that's another thing. And your family deserves to know, your loved ones deserve to know how you're feeling. I didn't know what the next day would look like, be like. It was scary. I had just gotten out of a toxic relationship, but still living in the same space. I was afraid, confused, and I still kept pushing. This is a fabulous thread, guys. If you really need, lesson on hope and resilience, I think you can check this out. It's one of the coolest places on the internet, I can say. Thank you.